TMD, the question for you is, please tell me, how do I speak fluent English?
You see, many people don't know that English is not easy to acquire fluency. So if you're not speaking fluent English, there's nothing wrong with you. There are 98% of population are in the same category. English as a language itself is spoken only by 5% or 7% of Indian population. So English is not a natural language. So acquiring fluency is a skill. You have to spend time, effort, and if you don't have it, don't worry. It's not a big thing. But what I'm going to tell you is my own story, so that you will understand what I did, because I had the same problem several years ago. I went to a government school. I was an English medium school, so I knew English only from the standpoint of writing exams. So I used to mug it up, speak back English. I went to some competitions, but my English was more of memory-based English. I was trying to remember what to say, plan something, and reproduce, right? There was no fluency. When you say fluency, what we mean is you're thinking in English. You have to think first. If you think in Telugu, speak in English, you will immediately know the language is not matching. So the question is, when you want to become fluent in English, you have to think in English. Now, how do you think in English? That's a very good question. I asked myself when I went to IIT. I found a lot of kids brilliant in English. They were reading, they were outstanding, but I was not there. So 2 or 3 things I did, and I think it's very important for you to know. First, fluency comes by reading and listening English. So I started reading novels in English. First I read some of the novels. I didn't understand the English. It's very difficult. I was struggling. I was trying to read, go and see some dictionaries, but it's not a good idea. If you don't understand, don't worry. Just stay with it. Start understanding the trend in English, and you'll pick up the affection for the language, because the language style, there's a lot of humor in it, there's a lot of unique sentences in English. So first thing I did was to start reading novels, not textbook. Please understand, no textbooks can teach you fluency in English, because you need to love that language. You have to enjoy that language. The second thing, and I still remember this in my early days, and when I used to go on a holiday, I used to listen to Voice of America. I used to go to a small town called Trichy in Tamil Nadu, and in the evening, around 4 to 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock was my Voice of America time. So I used to put on the radio, listen to Voice of America news, right? At that time, of course, television was only Doordarshan, and not much of English was spoken. Today we have very large number of channels. So the second thing you need to do is to start listening to English news. Not Telugu news, not Hindi news, not Tamil news. Focus and listen to. So English news, there are 2 types. One is Indian English news and also foreign channels, CNN, BBC. I would strongly advise, what you will realize when you start listening to BBC, the stories are very interesting. They tell a story better than Indians tell a story. So the foreign channels present, for example, if you look at BBC, they have a lot of documentaries, a lot of things will happen. So you will start getting engaged with English. So second thing, most important, watch, listen English news. And the last one, it was easiest thing to do, watch English movies. I remember in IIT, most of us used to go and watch in open air theatre, only English movies. And first we never understood the accent. People were saying something and you could not understand the words, you were struggling, American accent. By the time we have already crossed 10-15 movies, we were able to understand every word. The fluency came because we were able to understand the American context, the movies, the way the movies were made. So it is absolutely possible, because I have done it. It is possible to become fluent, but fluent means to think in English. To think in English, you have to love that language. To love that language, you have to cultivate, enjoying first reading English novels, watching English news daily, and the last, watch English movies.
MD, do you support taking an English course? Do you think that would help?
I am not very sure, because what they have done in English course is that they made it focused on grammar, most focused on putting pressure on you to learn. See, you can learn a language only when you converse in that language and enjoy the nuances of the language, not the structure of the language. You need some basic understanding. I would say, if I were wanting to learn, let's say, a foreign language now, I want to learn Japanese, which is exactly what you would like to speak in English. I would start the same way. I'll start looking for Japanese movies first. I will try to see the subtitles. I'll try and understand the context. So you need to enjoy. I think novels and movies and all make you enjoy that journey of learning the language, not the structured way of going to listening to lecture and somebody tell you this is the grammar, this is how you should speak, this is right English, not English. So please understand, English has changed a lot. Completely. Now we are in the era of SMS where people don't put full words also. So I don't think you should worry so much about it. Please learn to enjoy.